What up, what up, what up? What's going on? Hey man, I wanted to talk to y'all about something, man. It's something, I'm in the truck. You know, a lot of times when I'm in the truck, riding on the highway, I get a lot of ideas, man. A lot of ideas flow through my mind, you know, just riding down the road. And I wanted to talk about why selling drugs is not worth it. It's not worth it, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you why. It's a risk management issue you have. You know, this video, for a lot of you guys, you might be watching this video and you might be like, man, I ain't trying to, you know, this don't apply to me, but you know, you might get a guy that's looking for an answer in life. I do these videos because when I was young and I was 18, 19, 20, living in the hood and not having money and not having anything, much of anything, you know, you start, you know, you want answers. I wish I had somebody to come to me and tell me, shorty, the first thing you need to do, you know, you ain't go to college, you ain't do this. Listen, but you can still get to this paper. Go ahead, don't mess with this, don't mess with these streets. Man, get your CDL. Show me. Take me out on the road. Show me, you know, put me in the truck. Let me see what's up. Actually, someone did do that. One person did do that for me when I was like, when I was a teenager. But I wish I had more of that. I wish I had more people around to show me a better way. And a young man might come across, because I had a young brother come across my video and he hit me up on Instagram, and you know, he had some questions about trucking, you know, that was you know, related to his particular situation, being 18. So you might get a young brother who's sitting back in his house smoking some reefer, wondering how he gonna make a way for himself other than getting high all day. You know what I'm saying? You know, wondering how he gonna put some money in his pocket instead of taking money out of his pocket to support his habits. You know what I'm saying? He might be looking, but he might be thinking, shucks, I'm about to go ahead and flip some packs. But this video is for a person to say, for me to touch at least one person and tell you that selling drugs is not going to be worth it. Why? Because I'm into the stock market, I'm into day trading, and one of the main things they talk about, and I'm trying to relate this, bear with me, I'm trying to relate this to life. Because that's what I try to do when it comes to sports. I try to relate things to life. For example, in the stock market, you have something called risk management. Even in business, period, risk management. What risk management is exactly what it says, managing your risk. Okay, what does that mean? Okay, I have a proposition, or I have a situation, or I have a stock that I want to trade, right? What is the the risk reward ratio? Okay, I'm gonna risk this to get that. So that what I want has to be worth the risk. Because okay, I'm saying to myself, eventually I'm gonna lose. Like for the stock market, eventually you're gonna lose. Eventually in business you're gonna take losses. You know what I'm saying? Right? You're gonna take losses. Even when you look at boxing, it gotta be worth the risk. The fight gotta be worth it gotta be worth it for me to go in there and get banged up to fight this particular fighter, right? The numbers gotta make sense for me to do that. So, how much am I willing to risk, lose, to gain? Right? Drug dealing, even when I was young, it never made sense to me. Even though I dibbled and dabbled in the drug industry a little bit, just a little bit. Right before I embraced Islam, that's when right before that, that's when I started like dibbling and dabbling. I started, you know, I was up in Sandtown, up in the Cumberland. A lot of people that you might be from Sandtown, you might never see me because I never delved in it deep enough to be known. But right up in the Curry and Cumberland, Sandtown area, up near Pennsylvania Avenue, Penn North, up in that area, right? Back in the early 2000s, I started like hanging around certain projects, and dibbling and dabbling and getting pulled over by the cops and all that type of stuff. But it's not worth it. What do I mean? The risk that you're taking is not worth the gain, right? Because even if you become a successful drug dealer, the more of a successful drug dealer you are, the more time that you're going to get, the more pressure you're going to have to take. Just like even in any business model, but this business model is not productive. It's counterproductive. You know what I'm saying? For example, if you start actually being a type of drug dealer where most guys, if you watching this and you want to sell drugs, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be a guy that's flipping keys. You're going to be flipping somebody else's packs. Which is stupid because you're going to put yourself in situations where you can get murdered, get robbed, get jail time, and you got to live by the code where you can't tell and all that type of stuff, where you got to take charges for guys and all that type of stuff, and you ain't even flipping no weight. You get to a level where you flipping weight, now you the guy that everybody want to kill, everybody want to take off. You the guy that everybody want to be. You know what I'm saying? You the guy that people want to rob. You the guy that if people catch you slipping, they gonna take you. Right? You the guy that people trying to get out of the equation so they can get to the connect. Stuff like that. You know? You the guy that the feds building the case on. They want you. They don't want the little guy. They want you. So when you get bigger, even if you became more successful in it, it becomes even less worth it, I should say, as you become more successful. Because now your time is different. Now they're giving you life sentences, racketeering, RICO charges. You got dudes in your clique that want to take you off. You got females lining you up. All that stuff can happen on the lower end. You could get caught up, get time on the lower end, get killed on the lower end. But when you get on the higher end, you getting bigger charges. You got bigger enemies. You got, bras that's lining you up, and you got, you know what I'm saying? So the risk, you mean to tell me that making some easy money, some easier money, and the reason why I say it's easier, drug dealing, because some people still get people that argue drug dealing is hard. No, I'm talking about the entry. It's easier to get involved in. See, the easier something is to get involved in, a lot of the times, the more risky it is. For example, if you want to become a doctor, you can't just walk in to a hospital and throw a jacket on and call yourself doc. No, you got to go through years and years of training in order to be a doctor. Now tell me that you got to go through years and years, right, of training to become a dope dealer, to do hand-in-hand transactions in the drug industry. Come on now. Now it's making sense to you? Even with trucking, 6 months trucking school, you in the truck, but that's what? You can die a lot. The risk is you can die a lot easier than when you become a doctor. I can die in this truck a lot quicker than if I become a doctor, right? So there, even though trucking is legal, clean money, and trucking you can make good money without having, it's definitely a better option than selling drugs. It's still risky because it's easier to get involved in. A lot of things that are easy to get involved in, and I'm not saying this is absolute, but you'll find that in most cases, a lot of times, the things that are easier to get, the things that are easier to do, it has a lot of risk involved. Let's get back to the drug deal. I just want to make it clear closer to your understanding. And of course, you're going to have exceptions. But drug dealing, the risk is not worth the reward, is what I'm saying. That's the main point I'm trying to make here. I know I digress, a lot in my speech because I'm just flowing. The risk is not worth the reward. Because even when you get out of jail or out of prison, that's still going to follow you. And to be honest, a lot of guys are going to go to jail and go to prison, and you know what they're going to discover? That trucking is a very forgiving industry, and that they can come out here and become a successful blue-collar brother, a successful tradesman when they get out here, an industrious brother when they get out here. When you could have did that in the beginning by listening to me without the background. And now I'm looking into getting my own truck now and being a boss in the future. Being able to run a business and have 6-figure income or better in the future. That's what my mind is now. Without the going to jail. Because I realized that I realized a long time ago that the risk in being a drug dealer is just not worth it, man. So, I don't want to make it too long. If you're a young brother and you trying to figure out a way to make it in life, just know that drug dealing is not, the risk reward ratio is not in your favor. It's just not. And drug dealing is one of those things that, once again, the more successful you become in it, the more the more the spread, you know what I'm saying? The more the risk reward ratio becomes even less worth it, the more you become successful. Whereas in trucking, it's risky, but the more you become successful, the closer you become to being able to have your own fleet, have your own trucks out here, getting you a house, buying your first property. Not jail time, not the more jail time you'll get, not the more dudes wanting to take your head off, not the more women wanting to line you up. You know what I'm saying? You know? So it's just some, motivation. I'm trying to motivate guys that's coming from rough backgrounds to find a way to be successful, because I come from a rough background. Even though I was never a hand-to-hand transactional drug dealer. I come from not knowing what to do and not knowing how to get to this money, like just not having a clue. Like, man, what am I gonna do? I ain't about to go sit up in a college for years. I just don't. A lot of guys just don't have that motivation. Not for everybody. But I still need to get this money. I'm here for you guys, or anyone in general, but in particular, you guys that's looking for a way, like young guys that's in the hood, that's just like, man, what am I gonna do, man? I'm telling you that this is a way. This here, truck right here, is a way for you. You know what I'm saying? So, shoot a comment, like, subscribe, guide other brothers, share this video, man, and I'm gonna get back with y'all, man. Chris Trucker in here, formerly known as, Automatic Chris, but it's just Chris Trucker, man. We on some trucking stuff, man. We just gonna keep it pushing. All right, peace.